Hi everyone, welcome once again to A.O.S Abroad. Thank you very, very much for joining today. Really do appreciate everyone for coming on live. Thank you for coming on. And I really appreciate everyone for um, staying in tune with our live sessions. We have had live sessions back to back this week. We had on Tuesday, we had on Wednesday, and today, Thursday, we are having at exactly 12, I think this will be 12:25 or thereabouts in Nigeria, but in or 5:25 in Nigeria, but here is 12:25 in Canada, Ontario, Canada. So thank you very much everyone for joining. We really do appreciate. Thank you for coming on live, and we'll be expecting more people to come on live. We are currently on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube. Let's have everyone come on live, and I'm so happy today because, as the title states, my birthday gift to you. Who are we talking about? My birthday gift to you, our subscribers, you, our followers, you, our live session attendees. Yes, it is actually for those who would stumble upon this video, those that would actually see this video, those that would be part of our crew, be part of our community. It's for those that are in our community. If you're not in our community, you can't benefit from this. But if you're in our community, and how will you be in our community? The simple way to be in our community is to join our live sessions, is to join our conversations, to be part of the discussion. You understand? To be part of those that are actually interacting with us. And today we are giving you all, those that always join our live sessions, those that are always part of us, we are giving you some offers, we are giving you some discounts, and we are giving you some opportunity to talk to me in person, to talk to me personally, to talk to me privately. If you want to actually discuss with me about anything that you are currently facing or anything that you want to actually achieve when it comes to immigration to Canada, when it comes to language studies, when it comes to exam preparations, when it comes to even international business, because I think the last consultation I had with someone was about how to set up a business in Canada. And okay, even today, yes, today, I remember Kesri Immigration, which is one of our immigration consultants, who was talking about how to get jobs in Canada. You understand? He was talking about the availability of some jobs in Canada for those that are under postgraduate work permit, open work permit, those that are permanent residents or citizens. And yes, he was telling me there are some opportunities for the people that want to actually get jobs in Canada if you are already in Canada. So what I'm saying in essence is that today, for any which path you are going through, whether through the permanent residence route, the study route, the study route, the permanent resident route, the work permit route, the visitor route, the asylum or refugee route, anything, or you want just want to set up a business in Canada, or you just want to have a job in Canada, you understand, maybe as someone actually reached out that he wants to work remotely, he wants to work from his own country, but in any which way you want to come, in any which way you want to work, any which way you want to set up a business, anything you want to do basically in Canada, today we are going to be giving you some discounts, some watery discounts that you can actually use to get started with your immigration to Canada. Why? Because my birthday is fast approaching. Yes, my birthday is fast approaching, and this is the birthday that I'm going to clock. Okay, I think the write-up has said it's A.O.S at 30. A.O.S at 30, and there's no need to hide it again. So basically, if you want to be part of those that will benefit from the discounts, if you want to be part of those that will benefit from the offer, then listen up in this live session. Listen up very well, because in this live session I'll talk about a lot of things as regards our 2 years in Canada already. Yes, for those that joined our last live session yesterday, for those that joined day before yesterday, we were talking about how we have been about 2 years in Canada. I am my partner, my common law partner, and the lessons we have learned throughout our sojourn, so throughout our residency in Canada. We talked about how Shade, one of our friends who was an international student, give our own experience yesterday. You understand, our own experience of what she learned in Canada when she came in. But now today, I want to talk about my own self. I want to center my own discussion to this discussion. I want to center it, you understand, on my own self alone. And in centering it on my own self, I would also be giving you opportunities to talk to me. Yes, we have opportunities that you could just come on live to discuss with me, but just like we had last 2 years when we first came in initially to Canada, for those that were actually part of us then, you know that we give opportunities to those who want to discuss. Do you understand? And part of the opportunity was for you to actually book a consultation session, like a clarity call, we call it. We call it a clarity call, a 5 minute clarity call, where you can just jump on a call with me, you understand, whether on WhatsApp, whether on Google Meet, and discuss about your immigration process, discuss about, you understand, your language learning process, discuss about your exam preparation, anything that relates to you basically succeeding at home or succeeding abroad. Do you understand? So we are bringing it back. Yes, we are bringing it back because the 5 minutes clarity call was scrapped. You understand, but for by virtue of the birthday that I am going to be having come June 30, from now to June 30, we are going to be giving you free access to talk with me for 5 minutes, asking about 5 questions that you have for your travels or for your immigration, and getting answers or getting us referring you to those that can assist you, or links or pages that you can actually get assistance from. And this is golden because we have seen that some of our clients, some people that have actually come to Canada, you understand, through us, have used this 5 minutes clarity call judiciously to ask major important questions that they want to actually know about, they want to get response to, and actually get started with their immigration or further in the process of their immigration. So this is very important because sometimes if you really know what you are targeting, even 5 minutes is enough for you to ask painstaking questions that would really assist you in working on your immigration and getting something positive out of your immigration journey. So I want to do a recap, basically, a recap of the last 2 years, as I said, that we have been in Canada. I remember when we came into Canada, May 2023. And for May 2023, we were having 5 minutes clarity calls with people, answering people's questions. I think many of the questions we answered are now on social media. We can see them on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, because we have shared a lot of questions that people have had. Some of the questions people had have formed the basis of the live sessions we have also been taking for some time. And it's something that I feel that we need more of those questions. We need more people to actually interact. We need to answer because things are changing. Canadian immigration policies are changing, and we are having many things that are not like they used to be before. You understand? Many processes are becoming either rigid, difficult, or much more easier. So there's a need to actually go back within the short period from June 12, which is today, 2025, to June 30. We want to see as much as people that could benefit from this 5 minutes clarity call. So if you want to benefit from this 5 minutes clarity call, then actually put your comment on the comment section or try to join us live. And let's even start it right from now. Okay, I see Abdullahi Lukman. Abdullahi Lukman sent a request to actually be in my live session, my live video. I hope you are able to join. If you're able to join, just put a thumbs up when you join. Let us see how many people we could get on live. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section. Oh, Abdullahi, welcome. I see you have joined us on Instagram. Welcome, very well. Your face looks very familiar. Your face looks very familiar.
Hello,
Yeah, hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Fine. Okay.
Actually, since you're into computer, we actually camped together at Baba.
That's true. NYSC, National Youth Service Corps from Nigeria. Wow, wow, that's true. Abdullahi Lukman. Yes, we come together at Obubra, yes, Obubra, Calabar, or Cross River rather, Cross River State. Wow, wow, wow. Now that's man, that's a long time ago. 2017. 2017. That's close to 8 years now. Wow, wow, what a life. Wow, how you doing? How's everything? Long time.
Thank God.
We thank God. Cool, cool,
For
cool.
many people,
But you are not in Cross River again, or you have left Cross River.
in Lagos now.
You're in Lagos. Ah, cool, 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 cool. I left Lagos 2023. Oh boy. How's Lagos? How's everybody over there? How's work, family, everything over there? Wow, that's cool. That's cool.
Everything is fine.
Nice, nice. Wow, this is my youth service core member. My core mate, core member, colleague. Oh boy. I'm just thinking about Cross River right now as I'm just talking to you now. Oh boy. Wow, that's a wonderful memory. Nice memory. Oh, cool. How can we help you today, Mr. Abdullahi? How can we help you? How can we assist? Or do you just want to wish me birthday wishes in advance?
Doing your baby, so
Yes, yes.
maybe I
Yeah.
should come to your life and wish you happy birthday.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, the birthday is still June 30, June 30, the end of the month, the last day of the month. So it's still it's still far, but we are trying to give people some offers and benefits for some discounts before that day.
Okay.
Before that day, and some of the discounts or offers is for people to be able to ask questions, especially personal questions to them, because it's not all questions people can ask on a live session. It's not all people that could be okay, that could be willing to share some of their information online. So we want to actually share or discuss with people on a private note, and also share a link for people to go book a clarity call, a 5 minute clarity call with me personally to answer their questions as it relates to immigration. So if you like to benefit from that too, you can join in. And if you want to still ask questions on live right now, you can also join, or you can also ask your questions right now. Mhm.
Maybe later I will drop a message, sure. So, but
Okay.
for now I don't have any.
No problem. No problem. If you drop a message, my virtual assistant will respond to you. She would answer all your questions on the lives on the what do you call it, on the DM, on the direct message, and anyone that needs to be reached out to me would also be sent out to me. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Abdullahi. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate. Okay. So we were talking about immigration. We were talking about the offers that we have for people. We were talking about the discount. Yes, that's the second part to our offers. The first offer is the 5 minutes free clarity call. You understand that it's valued at $59, but by virtue of my birthday that is coming, you understand, on June 30 is going to be free for everyone that benefits from it within this time, June 12 till June 30. Do you understand? Till June 30. Now, apart from that, or before I even talk about the second offer, I was saying that I will discuss or give a kind of summary about my time in Canada, the last 2 years. Just like I said we came in May 2023. And for May 2023, of course, that's 2 years because we are now in June 2025. And that's about 24 months or 25 months. Now, even though I would say that it has been a wonderful experience coming into Canada, there are still a lot of things that I experienced during my own stay in Canada that are not that, you understand, excellent. And again, there are still some things that my other colleagues or my other friends and family that are in Canada have also experienced that I kind of thank God that at least we had that opportunity to leave Nigeria and experience something different. Do you understand? Because many times I feel if you don't travel, if you don't have the opportunity to at least live where you are used to, you won't know what lies ahead, the benefits that you start to gain when you actually get to a new place. And this is similar to when I was in Lagos, Nigeria. Just like Abdullah, he said that now he's in Lagos. Of course, for those that are Nigerians amongst us, you will agree with me that okay, if you stay in Cross River, just like when we were in NYSC, that I said service corps, there are some opportunities in Cross River as well, no doubt. But Abdullahi left Cross River State to Lagos State, and I know if we ask him what was one of the reasons why he left, of course, more opportunities may be one of the things that is going to actually say that led him to leave Cross River to what? To Lagos State. So similarly, when we look at the major spectrum, when we look at country to country, what was the reason why I left Nigeria? I left Nigeria to Canada basically for what they know as greener pasture, right? Greener pastures, of course. Everyone or most people that leave the country would always say one of those two things, that they left for greener pasture, they left for better jobs, they left for security of life and properties, they left for, you understand, their children, as some people say, even though me, I didn't have any child as I when I left Canada, when I left Nigeria. You understand? Some people self will say yes, they left for further studies abroad. Some will say they left to actually just go for vacation, right? So any which way you left, any which reason, anything that necessitated you leaving, the major thing is that you left for a purpose, right? You left for a purpose. And that purpose that you left for, if you are someone that is a deep thinker, if you are someone that likes to evaluate your successes and your failures, you have to reason that, okay, the reason why I left this country to another country, has it been fulfilled when I landed in this country? Has it been fulfilled for the amount of days, weeks, months, and years that I've spent in another country? Has it been fulfilled? Because everyone has goals, everyone has ambitions, everyone has something that they are living for, right? So when I ask myself, have I been able to achieve what I set up to achieve when I left Nigeria to Canada? And it's a dicey question. It's a dicey question because if we look at it just in one aspect, that okay, to leave one country like Nigeria, an underdeveloped country, and to leave that country to a developed country, which is like Canada. Yes, we have fulfilled that objective, that goal. But if you look deeply, or if we are to analyze deeply, that okay, is that the only goal that one can actually set to achieve? Or is that in itself the main goal and nothing else after that? And the truth is, no, there are still more goals, there are still more things to actually achieve. Because you living one country like Nigeria to Canada doesn't mean that what your struggles have ended. It doesn't mean that you will not actually aspire for something else, something greater. It doesn't mean that because now you are in Canada, then that is all. You don't need to be ambitious again. You don't, no, it doesn't. But if I'm to look back at the past 2 years, I know that, of course, where I was before is different from where I am now. And not just in the physical state that, okay, I left Nigeria, I left Africa to North America to Canada. No, not just the physical state, but when we look at what one has been able to achieve, do you understand? Not physically, but mentally, not physically, but socially, not only in terms of location, but even in one's family composition, we know that, of course, there have been some wonderful changes. And that is going to be one of my message to you today. Because I remember when I was in Nigeria in 2023, and when some of my friends, like my cousin, Tosin actually left for Canada in 2022. I was always thinking that, oh, when will I also leave Nigeria and come to Canada? When my friend Nelly left Nigeria as at 2019, do you understand? And I was still in Nigeria. COVID came 2020 and we're battling with COVID, you understand, and pandemic and things like that, the lockdown. I was always thinking to myself that, okay, yes, my friend has gone, he's now in Canada. My family too, they are not, some of my family members, extended family members, are now in Canada. The question is, when will I also move to Canada? When will I also achieve the Japa success, just like they achieved their Japa success, right? So as a result of that, I was always thinking, but sometimes many people will just be thinking, many people will not put action towards that they are thinking. And that is what differentiates those that would achieve something and those that won't achieve anything. Now, if I look back at the years when I started working on immigration, 2018, many people could have heard me say it a lot, was when I started working on my immigration. 2018, I did my first IELTS examination. I actually had a perfect score the first time, but it was looking too easy to migrate, if that makes sense. It was looking too easy that, okay, I just did one exam and I passed. Then this is not difficult like this. Let me just go and be helping other people, because I was always having the business mindset, always having the entrepreneurial mindset that, oh, okay, this thing I've done and since I've passed now, let me use this results that I have as a yardstick, as a proof to show people that yes, I can train you for IELTS examination. You can also pass it at one sitting, and by virtue of that, you should pay me for my own exam preparation trainings. That was what I was doing, you understand, in a nutshell, in Nigeria. And of course, in Kwara State, Ilorin, precisely, I was making the money. But if you look at it, of course, the money that you'll be making 30,000, that's 5,000, 20,000 is nothing compared to, of course, what you will make in Canada, right? But at least I was making a living with it and I was okay with it. But sometimes necessity, you understand? They say necessity is the father, or is it the mother now? Is the mother of invention, right? When you don't have something that is pushing you are not going to take that step that you are meant to take most times. You are going to be okay, comfortable in your comfort zone. Do you understand? 2018, I started my exam. I wrote the first exam. I passed. No biggie. I started making money. And that time that I wrote in 2018 was around January 2018. So it was to expire January 2020, right? Now, I think around like October or November, you see, look at about 10 months down the line, I now got serious with, okay, I've done IELTS, I've made this call, and I'm also a French speaker. I also teach French. Let me go take the French examination, TEF Canada. And I went to enroll for it. I practiced just like every other student would practice. I went for the exam, and behold, I had B1 parallel, B1 in speaking, B1 in listening, B1 in reading, B1 in writing. And it was not even high B1, low B1. Many of like two of them was like low B1. So it showed me that, oh boy, this thing is not as easy as I was thinking it was after my first IELTS examination. Do you understand? That was what actually demoralized me. It was what basically made me feel that this thing, Jerry, is not possible. This thing is just difficult. This thing is just. So, because of that, I let that first failure to define immigration for me. I let that first failure look like something that, oh, if I can fail this, even me that I've been speaking French, I've been teaching French for years, then this Canada, they are scamming people, Jerry. This Canada is a lie, Jerry. They are just making money off of immigrants. Of course, although we too have been in that shoe before, where people will feel that, oh, Canada, and of course it's not, you are not like that. I always tell people in this live session, anything you say you are right. If of course what you say benefits you, if of course what you say makes you feel good, you are right. Do you understand? You are right to feel that way. It's your right. Do you understand? It's your God-given right. So I remember that time in Nigeria, you understand, especially in Lorin Kwara State, Nigeria, where I had my business, where I set up and started business. The first failure I had, TEF Canada first failure in 2020, 2018, around like November that time, October, November time. When I failed the exam, I said, these people are just making money off of gullible Nigerians, Jerry. It's a lie, this thing is difficult. It's a lie, this thing, they're just, they are intentionally failing people. Sometimes when you don't pass, that's when you look for excuse. When you don't pass exams, or when you shall fail in one way or the other, you will look for excuse that, okay, that lecturer did not like me. The marking scheme was difficult, was hard. But when I passed IELTS, I did not complain. The first time ever I was to write it, I did not complain that time, right? But it was when I first go to TEF Canada, I said, this thing is not, it's not easy. They are failing people. They are doing this. I found a lot of ways to justify my own lack of ultimate preparation. I found lots of ways to actually put the blame on someone else or another organization or even the government of Nigeria for allowing them to teach. I looked for different ways to blame other people but me. And that is where some people are when it comes to their immigration journey. A lot of people will blame people, they will blame organizations, they will blame their family. Some people even blame their father or mother that, let's say you have come to Canada, I'll not be suffering in Nigeria. Some people will blame their friends. Some people, they will blame even Canada immigration. That, this country, they are just making, and of course, anything you blame, no problem. It's okay for you to blame. It's okay. But at the end of the day, you have to be thinking retrospectively that, okay, if you blame these people, does that mean that things will change for you? If you blame these people, you castigate these people, would it bring any significant positive response or results to you? Omo, me, I did not hear. 2018, it went by. After that first failure, I gave up. I said, oh, this is not my thing, Jerry. Let me focus on my business. Let me build the next African giant business. 2019, when the struggles hit, the struggles of, okay, getting clients, even clients that you are teaching, once them to they fail IELTS the first time, they are demoralized. When them to they see that, just like you two, you were giving excuses. When I was teaching students IELTS that time, and one person just is one mark that cause that person to fail, or that person just even attend classes. We have had situations of people in Nigeria, in the Lorin Kwara State, Nigeria that time, that would sign up for a class, and when we start training them, before they even go and take the exam, they say, this thing is too difficult, this thing is too this thing is too that. Give me my money back. I'm not more doing. It was like, if you me my money, I'm not. There was one situation of a woman like that. I first started teaching her, and of course, because we are an organization, different aspects of the exam, different people will teach. You understand? I can take speaking, for instance, or take listening. At a point, another person will take reading and writing. You understand? But this one, Yari, this one customer say no. It's you that want to teach everything to me. It's you that I want to. If it is not, you give my money, I'm going. Do you understand? She blamed the structure of the organization that no, maybe it's you that have started teaching me. So it is you that must finish teaching me. Even if you don't know it, you actually teach me. You understand? Those people like that, for instance, we had a falling out. We gave them their money back, the one that they were entitled to after the prorate, you understand, and they went. But why am I saying this in this conversation? Why I'm saying this is many people at the end of the day will blame other people for their own misfortunes. I also was in that level. In 2018, in 2019, at the point I was blaming my students. That you see, these students are not serious. They don't want to travel to Canada. They don't want to travel to UK. They will come, come, let me teach you French, let me teach you IELTS. You understand? But I was blaming students for not wanting to learn, and me myself, that I was blaming students for not wanting to learn to travel. Me myself, I had not yet traveled. Me myself, the greener pasture I was preaching, that one person to come and get trained for and have the opportunity to travel to Canada or any other place for. Me myself, I had not traveled. So around 2018, 2019, some people will even come to my organization. You understand? They will come to our academy, A.O.S Academy that time, and they will just say, you that you are even helping people, you understand, teaching people exam, teaching people all these things. You sef, have you traveled? The visa that you are, the permanent resident you are talking about, have you done it for yourself? You know Nigerians now. Nigerians will tell you, they will tell it to your face. It's not like Canada that they are still a little bit courteous. The Nigerians don't send. You understand? It's violence everywhere. They will tell you yourself have even traveled. And you can't vex for people because at the end of the day, reason it too. Yorùbá will say ẹni tó bá fẹ́ fúnyàn láṣọ tọrùn ẹ̀ la kàn máa kọ́kọ́ wò. Apologies to Yorùbá people if I murdered that proverb. You understand? Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ dání láṣọ tọrùn ẹ̀ la máa kọ́kọ́ wò. What's the meaning? The meaning is the person that want to give me clothes, I will first look at that person's neck. You want to give me clothes, right? But your own neck, is it already covered with the clothes that you want to give me or something better than what you want to give me? So if it is not better or at least close to what you want to give me, then of course you don't have that thing that you want to give me. You understand? So at the end of the day, 2020 came, especially when COVID struck, when there was lockdown, the pandemic hit, even palliative self was scarce in Nigeria. And I was hearing my uncle in Canada telling us online that they themselves, they will just go to like Walmart or all these big stores. The government has actually paid the organization for it, and they would, you understand, just go there and get food for free. You understand? They already have even the names, they have the numbers of each family. See a country, they had the numbers of each family, the names of each family, and they know that okay, this particular family needs this amount of food to actually survive for this particular month. And they have instructed the grocery stores to give them certain food portions that they can eat for a week, sometimes for a month. That is even just for the grocery stores. Again, I was hearing from my uncle around the COVID time, the COVID pandemic time, that apart from the food they were benefiting, they were also given opportunities to what? To get paid without, of course, working physically because there was lockdown. They get paid by the government to actually what? To survive during the pandemic time. These were some of the things that actually had to it was running on my head. It was running on my head. And I was looking at, or I was juxtaposing the differences between still being in Nigeria and not getting palliatives. You understand? Blaming the government also for all the corruption as regards the palliatives sharing. And I was seeing Canada that was benefiting its own citizens. In fact, they said that it was not only the citizens alone that benefited from it, but even residents in the country that came, you understand, to become permanent residents, they were being given palliatives, being given, you understand, monies on their in their account to survive during the pandemic period. And me, there I was in the Ilorin Kwara State, Nigeria, suffering pro max. The suffer was pro max for me because, in fact, it was me and one of my friends, Musiu. In fact, most if I saw, I congrat I give kudos to that guy, to that man. In fact, sometimes I will be suffering and to eat was difficult. You understand? And when I see him, I will still beating him, even though me too I was in that situation. You know, there are some people that suffer showing their face more than others. You know, there are some people that if they suffer for like a day, some people if they did not eat like in the morning, you will see that sufferness more in their face than in other people's face. Monsieur, that my very good friend that time in Ilorin. In fact, I was pitying him more than I was pitying myself. Because the sufferness, when everything shuts down, he couldn't go to work. He was still a teacher then, teaching one school French. He couldn't go to work. Me, myself, my own clients couldn't come to, you understand, the academy because everything was in lockdown. It was in lockdown, and that time we had not yet started online trainings in full. So it was difficult to make money. It was difficult to get jobs done. It was difficult to earn, to survive. And that was far back 2020. It was around that time, 2020, where there was no money, there was no, it was difficult to feed. You understand? If it's difficult to move around, that I made that decision again that, oh boy, I know if you can't suffer like this, so I need to do something. And you understand? Because people in the UK, people in the US, people in Canada, even my brother in the US was saying how the government were giving them some tax benefits because, of course, they were paying their taxes. So when it came the time that yes, they were locked down, pandemic struck, and everything, the government took care of their citizenry. So, but in Nigeria, is it palliative that before I even get to you, you'll be seeing it on screen like this, you'll be seeing it on the TV. Before I get to you, I remember one particular palliative they were sharing across Tanke region, Tanke, University Road, University of Ilorin Road, Ilorin. The palliative they were sharing, they say at the end of the day, you just go and take a cup. Is it a cup or a spoon that they said that time? To go and take rice. Where some families were being given parcels for each family in the Western world. And apart from the parcels, they were also getting paid. They were getting paid into their account because, of course, the government doesn't need that they will not come and say they are sharing. They were getting paid into their account, their bank account directly. Money for stipends, money to actually cater for themselves during the lockdown period. My people, that's why sometimes when I look back into my life, when I look back at when I was in Nigeria, there are some things that we have gone through, we have passed through. Doing, thank you very much for your like on TikTok. There are some things we have passed through in Nigeria that even my enemy, I not pray for my enemy to pass through it because it is not a way of life. You can't be living like that and be sane. You can't be living like that and not have to think the worst of people. You understand? In Canada here, you see people and you understand, everybody is happy. Nobody will come and just harass you. Nobody will come and you understand. I'm not talking about places that they are drunkards or they are you understand people that are taking drugs. Because at the end of the day, Ojula son Sheshe. You understand? At the end of the day, someone that is sane, someone that is eating, that is you understand that is making money that you understand that is not idle. You won't see that person come harass you. You won't see that you are exploited. Uncle Henry, thank you very much for your gift. Really appreciate that. You're the first gifter. He said, love you so much. Love you too. Thank you very much. So during the pandemic period, see, that was when immigration idea struck on my head again. That oh boy, China so I go just die, go like foul in Nigeria. Thank you very much, Uncle. I see heart me. You sent me heart me. Thank you very much. Really appreciate. God bless. You understand? Oh, yes, you have become my first fan, number one fan in the fan club on TikTok. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. So it was during the pandemic period that I got to realize it that, oh boy, if I did not take charge of my life, that's how they will just say, God forbid, oh. They say A.O.S was a nice guy. Sometimes that, it was during the pandemic period, this prayer was on my head that God, please don't let me be part of statistics. Because don't let me be part of statistics. When they will say, 12 people died, coronavirus killed them. You understand? They were giving us statistics that time. Me, I was not going out, oh, I was indoor. But when there was no food, the prayer was thick. Sometimes when you don't eat, you won't even forget. You will forget about, okay, you have not achieved anything in your life. You forget about all those, okay, you have not a drive car, you don't have a house. You forget about all those things first. It's food you will be chasing first. That, okay, how can I eat? You understand? And there I was seeing online. Even data sef I no get. It's sometimes when Mosio come that he give me data that I will say, okay, let me see what's that. That I will now be hearing people online saying that, okay, in Canada, oh, they have given them palliatives, oh, each of the families, oh, even children were getting $500 to actually survive in a month. $500. Do you understand? If, okay, when I came into Canada sef, I realized that even that $500, I cannot spend it finish in a month to take care of myself, my wife, and a kid. I can't spend it finish. Imagine the government of Canada, government of US, UK, they were not giving a child $500. They were giving adults $1,000, $2,000 free money that, okay, use and take care of yourself during the pandemic period. But my country, Nigeria, in fact, the palliative, when you not even see, I remember when they said palliative come out that time, and around one Tanken, Jaji area, I've forgotten the place now, the name of the place, that people now started going to get the palliatives. Omo, we now say we should stroll, we should just go to the area. We now saw what they were sharing for palliatives. They were sharing like cup of rice per family, per family. Subhanallah. Per family, cup of rice. They were sharing garri. You see garri, like garri that you yourself, in fact, a child cannot drink that garri and be filled up. You understand? They were not giving it per family. When you not even now see people that are suffering more than you. Yes, me too, I was having my own struggles, oh. But when you now see people that are suffering more than you coming to rush for the palliatives, some people, in fact, if you're not careful, they can give you elbow. They can give you elbow, wait, get out of there, we want to get palliative. And you understand, me myself that I'm suffering, me myself that I was having it difficult at that time, I still had to give way to other people that you go and get the palliative. You understand? It seems you need it more than, because it's even a palliative that, one, it cannot cater for everybody. Two, the amount of people that want to get the palliative, if you are not serious sef, you that you came to get the palliatives sane, that you came to get it without getting injured, getting, you understand, bruised and everything, you can go back home with bruises. And you now look, even the palliatives, it cannot even cater for you understand, for a day. You understand, like 3 square meal. But imagine you now went to get the palliative, but you now went back home with bruises that you now even have to be taking care of, that you don't even have the money to afford. So at the end of the day, we just had to leave it. Me and Monsieur, that okay, they should just go for the palliative. That was the same time that they said they were looting, right? If you remember, that they were looting some places, like they went to ShopRite, they looped ShopRite, they went to, do you understand? So some of these experiences that I've had made me realize that, oh boy, the immigration I was doing yanga for, The immigration that I didn't take serious 2 years ago, I had to take a serious post-pandemic period. And that there was another issue. The issue that we had that time was because there was lockdown, IELTS was not open. Because of course, January 2018 was when I wrote my first IELTS. It had expired in 2020. So I had to rewrite another one. Even the money to rewrite, I no get. That's what I had to be calling my brother in the US. Thank God he was still in the US now. But please, so business no work. Oh. He was not laughing at me. He said, Shebi, I've told you in 2018 to leave that country. He said, leave that goddamn it forsaken country. I can still remember he stopped. He said, leave that country. Why? Because him he has seen that the country is not getting better. It cannot get better anytime soon. It's not swear. It's just the reality. At the end of the day, I saw it as okay, this is my second chance. I remember he sent me some token that time to do IELTS. I did IELTS. I was serious. I worked on my West. You understand? I prepare for exam. You see, I prepare as if my life, and it's true because my life depended on it. I prepared so vigorously for it. But sometimes when you are preparing under pressure, sometimes when you are doing things under pressure, sometimes when it now looks as if this thing, you are not doing it for the fun of it, sometimes you can still fail. And that was exactly what happened to me. That 2020, with the hunger, with the stress, with the everything, I fail. Oh. IELTS booger, I fail am. French exam book, I failed it. It was West that was only able to do successfully because that was not exam. Let's say it was exam, I will still fail it. I will still fail it. With the money that was not available, someone gave me money, I squandered it because I failed. At the end of the day, pandemic was already getting down. Lockdown was already going and things like that. And business was already coming back little by little, one person, two people. At the end of the day, I saw okay, it seems our business is good. That's another thing. Sometimes when you have a vision, you have something you are working towards, but another thing now comes to distract you. If you are not wise to pen down what you wanted to achieve and to be focused that this thing is what I want to achieve and pursue it. When another thing comes and distracts you, it is that thing that will take the amount of time from you, the amount of you understand focus from you, and at the end of the day, you will fall back to the exact place that you were before you had the issue that you had to think of your plan. And that was exactly what happened to me. Me that post pandemic or during the pandemic, I was saying that okay, immigration, I will give it anything that I can. I will make sure that I leave this country. This country is not a country. I have blamed the country. I have blamed the leaders. I have blamed everything. In fact, I had been frustrated. But when pandemic was going down, Nigerians, that's why sometimes I feel that Nigerians we are used to suffer. It's not the truth. Sometimes we are used to sufferness. Sufferness is like in our DNA. You understand? If I'm not a suffer at the end of the day, I will not see that okay, this thing can kill me. I don't think we'll be serious enough to change our lives. And then some of our clients, when they come to me and they say they want to do immigration, I am interested, I'm interested. We run advert. And people say, I'm interested, I'm interested. I know that they are still whining themselves. Because I've been in that situation. When COVID struck, I was all about immigration. But when there were little enjoyment, little students that were coming, that was teaching people French, teaching people linguistics, doing the linguistics tutorial, you understand, from University of Ilorin, my sense go again that okay, it's not like difficult now. Okay. 2021, I did not even focus on immigration. But at the tail end of 2021, when I saw that oh boy, without this election and everything they come, when they were doing Igbo and everything, I said, if it be say the one wey we don see for Buhari era, e go still worse for anybody era wey wan come, whether Buhari or any other person. And with the fact that I saw that okay, this is an opportunity. Yes, I've been able to gather some money. I've been able to work on my own immigration. I mean, work on people's immigration, assist them with their own. And I've been seeing success stories. And people have always been asking, can Nigerians always ask, you when you help people with immigration, sure you don't travel. Sure you don't travel. You that you say, okay, immigration, this thing, can you too, do you have a visa? So one of the things that pushed me to do my immigration, I'm telling you the fact too. I'm telling you, I'm opening up to you because I'm opening up preventing to make you realize why I'm giving people some offers and the discounts that I'm giving. When it came to the issue that people will not be asking, they will come to my office and say, okay, you say you are doing Canada immigration, you're helping people, you are partnered with people in Canada, the consultant, but you say, how come those your consultants and lawyers that you're partnering with, how come they have not helped you to move? You move first. When you move first, we take you serious. So, immigration that I did at the end of the day, even though I didn't do it for myself personally, I had to do it for the sake of my business. That oh boy, if I really want to be in this field, though, people will not take me serious if I didn't do my own immigration first. Let me do my own immigration. And there was one genius idea that came to me that time. The genius idea was I shouldn't just do immigration for myself. Because if I do it for myself, people could say, ah, it's easy for you now because you can speak French, because you can do this. I said, let me do it with another person. Let me add someone to myself. Like, let me do it. If I'm not even add someone to myself, I was saying, let me just do it with someone. Let one person or at least even just get to move to Canada through me, like as I was doing it. And that was when I came up with the idea that okay, that time I had 9 staff members in A.O.S abroad or A.O.S Academy as at then, because in Nigeria our name was A.O.S Academy. And I stated that, oh, okay, my team members, because they said ilé láti ń kẹ́ṣọ̀ọ́ ròde. Abi, if you want to do something, especially if you want to do something and you feel that okay, yes, you can benefit people, start from your home. My family members, I remember my own brother, my own blood brother that time. I told you, let's do it, let's do this, let's do this. This thing is not, this thing, all this thing is, scam, it's scam. So I left my family members. I said, okay, my own team members, the people that we have been working with, you understand, at A.O.S Academy, let me work with to actually help some people achieve the immigration just like I too was pursuing it. Some of them were still in schools, so I couldn't disturb some people. But the one that were not in schools, like the Monsieur, for instance, that I talked about initially, he was one of the first persons that was thinking that, if me and Monsieur, if we go to Canada, we can just even set up the same A.O.S Academy. We'll be taking the French aspect, I will be doing the linguistics, the English aspect. You understand? We'll be able to set up something, do business, make money. You understand? So I was thinking on the business level that okay, if I do not even do it for myself, that okay, me, I'm not serious. Oh. Let me do it on the virtue of okay, if I do it and people see that mine have been successful, right? I can be able to get repeat customers that would come, repeat clients that would come on the basis of oh, you have done it, you are successful. You also brought someone in, then okay, I think we can work with you now. Even though at the end of the day, I find out that Nigerians are not serious. Typically, a typical average Nigerian is not serious. When I came into Canada, some people were to say, you don't have center in Nigeria. You have office in Nigeria. If you have office in Nigeria, that's what I would say that you're not a scam. No problem. And there are some people that we saw even in that same Nigeria we were. That time that I was in Nigeria, that they had offices. They collected money from like 20, 30 people. The second month like this that people will go to their office, they have cleared. So having office is not a yardstick that you will still not be scammed. You can still be scammed by even someone that have office, that have everything, social media and everything. Do you understand? But that one aside. So I wanted to help someone move. But at the end of the day, Monsieur, it was not really. And because of course everybody have their own struggles. Everybody has, something about immigration is that just like I said in my own time, my brother wanted me to migrate to Canada right from 2018, but I didn't see it the way he saw it. Do you understand? I wasn't as serious as the way he was thinking that, okay, let me even help one of my own brothers to come. Because he was in the US. He knew how US immigration was so difficult. But he knew that, again, there were success stories people were getting from migrating to Canada. And he wanted one of his family to actually be enjoying that benefit. But me, I didn't see it that way. At the end of the day, I didn't take it serious when he wanted me to take it serious. And that's why, of course, he didn't really sponsor me at the end of the day. But I wanted someone to come with me to Canada. The first person I wanted didn't come, didn't take. And one of the yardstick, I said, okay, let me see someone that is serious. Because they say heaven help those who help themselves, right? If you don't help yourself, another person can't help you. How will you help yourself? Okay, as little as international passport, do you have it? Some people don't have international passport yet and they want to travel. Shey you wan fly? Abi na through Agadez, Niger, Mediterranean Sea, you understand? Alagbalugbo omi you want to go to. You understand? Do you want to go as an illegal immigrant, an illegal alien, because you don't have international passport that will allow you to enter aeroplane, or you have your own airport, you don't need the international passport to go into it. That aside, so I had some criteria that, okay, if people do international passport, I take this person as serious. Apart from international passport, if someone takes the English examination, the IELTS exam, for instance, that I talked about, because that was a requirement for permanent residence for immigration, you understand, to Canada. I said, okay, this person is serious, we can work. So I remembered my team members. I told all of them. I even started training them. I started training them for IELTS examination for free. The thing that I was collecting, I was charging people outside for. I was charging my customers for, my clients for. I gave my team members for free that learn this thing. Why am I saying this story? I'm saying this story so that people will know the background of our immigration journey. It was not all easy. It was not everything we planned that worked. You understand? But what we planned that worked is now beneficial to us right now. That's the idea. So some people took the exam, some people took the training, some people didn't even pass as they were meant to pass. Of course, it's understandable. Some people didn't even go and write the exam. But at least someone that showed seriousness to the level of having an international passport, to the level of taking IELTS, was someone that at least someone could assist. And that was how I was able to sift out of my 9 staff members, just one that finally actually moved with me. Do you understand? And the truth about it is, one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life is moving to Canada as at the time I moved to Canada. I do always say it. If I had moved to Canada a year before or a year after, Omo, the story could have been different. It's just the truth, whether for worse or for worst. And I have my reasons. But God made it easy for us to move to Canada when we moved to Canada, how we moved to Canada, because the how also matters. The how also matters. Many people move to Canada wrongly right now. I talked about the story of Shadi that moved to Canada as an international student. Do you know that that lady that I talked about yesterday in our live session, she was more qualified for Canadian immigration than I was. She had more credentials, more documents, more qualifications to move to Canada than I had during my time. But the difference is that people were not patient enough. People didn't get the right information, or some people that even got the right information, they didn't follow through with the right information at the right time. And that is one of the things that I'm trying to avoid for you through my birthday gift for you right now. I want to give selected, it's not everybody, because at the end of it, I realize if you listen to my journey to Canada, you will know that me myself, I didn't come to Canada because I was serious enough. And other people that came into Canada is not because they had all the qualifications. My common law partner that I always talk about, shebi me, I still had bachelor's. I was still a French person. I could speak French. I still had very good results in IELTS. I maxed that IELTS, right? I still had years of experience, 3+ years of experience, about 4 years of experience. Do you understand? I still was very young. Do you understand? My common law partner, she had only WAEC, West African Examination results, the secondary school certificate. She didn't speak French. She wasn't a degree holder. She didn't have any diploma. She didn't have any NC, OND, HND, BSc, MSc, MED, all those PhD, all those rubbish DDD. She didn't have it, right? She didn't have years of experience, like qualified, like 4 or 5 years of experience working. She was still a young person. You understand? A young lady. But she migrated. Why? Not because she had perfect credentials, perfect qualifications, but because she was able to cite that opportunity. And around the time she cited the opportunity, she took charge of the opportunity to make sure that she migrated as at when she migrated. Some people will see opportunity. Opportunity will be looking at them in the eye like this, but they will not take it. One of the opportunities we have for you today is the opportunity of a 10% discount for our packages. If you go on our profile and just click on the link on our profile, whether on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, the link is aos.name.ng. If you go on that link, all our packages are there. All our travel packages are there. If you really want to take charge and make sure that your own story changes, you understand? Your own story change. This time next year, you too, you will be like an anniversary of, yes, I am in Canada. Yes, I took the step when I was meant to take it. I didn't procrastinate. Then go on that website, aos.name.ng. Register for one package. Because the truth about it is, today is what we know. We don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. And one thing I found out about Nigeria or Africa, with the exception of Burkina Faso of Ibrahim Traore, you understand, is that that country or continent will always get worse. I'm sorry for saying it, but the fact is so glaring. When I left Nigeria, people were saying, not even me. When my own cousin left Nigeria, people were saying, Omo, it better as we leave, because he left. You understand? After COVID, okay, let me even start from my uncle. My uncle that is in Canada now, he left before COVID. When he left, my own cousin was telling him that, the time you left is better. Oh. It's good that you left with your family, you and your wife and your 3 kids. Oh. Now, Canada, Nigeria is worse. When my cousin left for Canada 2022, you understand? Me, I was not telling him that the time you left is good though. Now Nigeria scatter. In fact, the same issues that, okay, they have removed subsidy, the same issues, people are not protesting, the same issue. When me I now left, my own brother, my own friends were now calling me, telling me that, the time you left, oh, God save you. Now, Nigeria, the cost of things expensive, fuel more than double. The same story. So I was now wondering, why is it that the same story, different governments, different ruling party, or perhaps the same ruling party, but the same issues are the issues that these countries are facing time and time again? It shows that the country is going down the slope. It's going down the slope. It's just the truth. So if you want something better for yourself, If you want something, and it's not by force. I always some people will say, if everybody go, there's brain drain. If everybody go, we see. I always tell people it's not there's nothing by force. So if you want to be the change maker, you can stay back in Nigeria. In fact, we love change makers. Why? Because at the end of the day, they will make the change that will benefit other people that are coming. For instance, Canada is better today because some people made it better. I mean, I didn't need to be part of those that made it better. But because I saw that it is now better, I'm able to come into the country and benefit from the betterment of the country, or to contribute to even add more to the betterment of the country, right? So you too, if you want to make Nigeria better, stay back. But for those that want something better, work on your immigration. That is the best advice I can just give you. I cannot give. You know, I was saying it yesterday. People will give you advice, people will give you suggestion. At the end of the day, when you ask them for money, they cannot give you. Yes, it's similar to immigration too. Most people will not give you. I remember my uncles that was calling that okay, immigration, this thing, that, this thing. It was when I landed in Canada that I realized that if these people helped me, that I was calling my uncles, my at the end of the day, all they got their mama say, apologies to non-Yoruba speakers. They will at the end of the day be saying it that we are going to. So it's good that at the end of the day, I was going to help myself to come to Canada. You too. How can you help yourself? At least first educate yourself about what immigration is about. Some people are not even educated, and that's why they will scam them. Know what immigration is about. That is what we are at A.O.S abroad. We try to educate you. First, see, the first step is free. The first step, you don't pay for it. At least you get to educate yourself about what immigration is about. You understand? Freely. If you now want to decide that, okay, should I start with immigration? That is your own decision to take later on. Oh, do I have the money? That is your own decision to take later on. But at least educate yourself first. And in educating yourself, visit our website, aos.name.ng, or you can go on our profiles. If you're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, go on our profile, click on the website link there. Once you click on it, it will take you to, you understand, a website where you put your name, you put your email, you watch the videos. Some people will say, I don't have MB. No problem. If you don't have MB to watch webinar video that can change your life, but you have MB to watch Sabinos, no problem. You understand? Some people say, Sabinus is not much, actually, it's just 1 minute. It's just no problem. You have been watching Sabinus for how many years now? Or you have been watching Tawoma for how many years? If you accumulate the amount of data you have used, is it not going to be up to the data that you don't want to use for to watch your no problem? Anything you decide. If you're okay in Nigeria watching Sabinus, no problem. Continue watching it. Something that is just glaring is that those Sabinus that you are watching, when they do content online for how many days, how many months, they will still call them, come to do show in UK. You understand? Them, they are cruising. They are earning money from you. They are now cruising abroad, enjoying their own life. But you are still back in the country complaining that you now see your own king. Continue. Continue. So we end with this. For my birthday coming up June 30, within now, June 12 to June 30, I am giving you a 5 minute free clarity call and a 10% discount on all our packages. How would you get our 5 minute clarity call? Just send us a DM. Do you understand? And we'll send you the link. Automatically, the link is there already. The link that says you should get 15 minutes or you understand clarity call, your question answered. Once you send us a DM, the link will pop up and just book. Once you book a clarity call, within now and 30, and I don't know, it depends on the amount of people we get. If we get more than the people that I anticipated, we can stop it even before June 30. You understand? So be fast with booking your consultations now. Be fast with booking your clarity. The free 5 minutes, anything above 5 minutes would cost a fee. Oh. So just 5 minutes clarity call. Book that one right now. Just send us a DM. You can actually it can be booked once you send us a DM. Just go put your details down, send a DM, and We'll work on that. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope you got value from everything we talked about today. If you have any questions, drop it on the comment section right now before we go. Let's try to answer anyone's questions right now before we call it a day. And if you don't have any questions, don't forget every week at least we come on once every week live to answer your questions, to talk about trending topics, and to also give you some special discounts for those that are our live. You understand? Our live viewers. So thank you very much, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe, hit on the notification bar to get notified anytime we come on live again. Like and also share with your friends and families to get more and more people actually connected with us. Thank you very much for this. I'm willing to start my immigration journey. Okay, someone said that. Okay, thank you very much, everyone, and do have a lovely day ahead. Bye for now.